Welcome to the Clubhouse, 850 East South Temple, once known as the Great Dame of South Temple. They called it that because it was the home of the Ladies Literary Club. Established in 1877 here in the state of Utah, the first women's literary club in the western U.S. and the largest literary club west of the Mississippi. When you walk inside, you're amazed at how big this building actually is. We have Jude and we have Dave here, the current owners and caretakers of the building.
2013, membership had dwindled dramatically. They donate the building to Preservation Utah. So they got overwhelmed by the responsibility of the building. And then we came along to what we intend to do with this building. We will offer you pennies pretty much for this place. And they said, thank you, yes, we accept your offer. Please keep this building going for another 100 years.
That's amazing. And let me tell you, the care and work that they have put into preserving the building. Like when you guys moved in, it was kind of torn up, right?
Yeah, I mean, it felt like grandma's house.
There's this thing I have with kind of a moderate decay, right? Where obviously you don't want to see something fall apart, but there is a part of authenticity when you walk into an old building and you see some of the cracks or some of the wear that just kind of say, hey, I've been here a really long time.
Yeah.
There's always something really disappointing about walking into an old building and they're like, oh yeah, we redid all this in 2019. Doesn't it look brand new? Exactly. And you're like, oh. Here we go, we're going into the auditorium. Here we go. Come on in, here we are. I love that it's operating on a regular basis as a reception hall and an event venue, and you still have all these grand plans for not only renovating but preserving the building. I think that's very cool. I love hearing stories like that.
This is an auditorium photo from 1937. One of my favorite parts about this photo, in addition to the original chairs that are still on display, is that you'll notice that there is a lot of different color texture up here in the archway or the proscenium of the stage.
So this room is technically called the library. They had a huge conference table in here the whole time that the ladies were here. This is where they'd have their presidential meetings. And this is most people's favorite part of the building, is this walk out onto the balcony. Something with prairie school style architecture, which this building is this constraint and release. So you walk in through the front porch, you walk in through the entry, and then you enter here to the grand auditorium, and the verticality of the space just drops the jaw. One of the features of that prairie school style architecture is ribbon windows.
The original stained glass windows, over the course of 100 years, have gotten hot and have actually melted and warped. And so they're kind of buckled out. This one over here is doing it too. Oh, it feels so fragile just to touch it. Like I feel like I'm gonna break it just by.
That windstorm a year ago, the hurricane.
Oh yeah.
Dust was coming off of all the windows. It was very intense. We've got these double stacked racks of chairs that they hold our 170 original chairs. Some of them, this one is an original with a red material on the bottom. Hasn't been reupholstered. So it's on its last limb.
Last leg. And I know I reference this a lot when we talk about, you know, old stuff, but to think that this chair is older than pretty much any living person. The number of people that will have used any of these chairs over the course of 100 years, that's crazy to think about. So nowadays you get like a folding chair at Walmart, but back then, man, this is comfy. This is an actual comfy chair.
They knew what they were doing.
This would have been made by hand, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
This is the last public dark room in Salt Lake City. Here we go. Okay. Whoa. Oh, cool.
This was originally their kitchen. I think they realized quickly having a kitchen on the garden level was not a good idea, though they did have a dumbwaiter elevator over in the corner.
Yeah, originally over here you used to be able to pull tea plates.
Oh, cool.
Send food up and down between the levels. But in the 20s, they added on that kitchen. This became a washroom. These are the ladies that built this building. This is them outgrowing their first clubhouse here. This was just down the street. It's been torn down. It's a parking lot now, but this was their original schoolhouse clubhouse. This photo's from 1910. Just before they broke grounds here in 1911. So they actually had to sell this building in order to purchase the land here. And then they took out loans and built this building for $26,000 or $27,000.
So it'd be like $1 million by today's standards.
So these are the ladies that are responsible for this building.
Just more than $1 million, I think.
So this was the coal room. There's a coal chute over here that goes out to the driveway. They would shovel coal in. There's still coal in the cracks of the walls. So you can still see the ash on the walls into the actual furnace room, which is now our, air conditioning furnace room. Oh, wow. It's pretty incredible. This is the only room that has this exposed brick. We've got concrete, wood, and brick all in one room.
That's so neat.
And a hot tub.
And a hot tub. So if you want to know more about the history of the Ladies Literary Club, if you want to know more about the Clubhouse, or if you want to know more about the Photo Collective, this website, or this website, check them all out. Just look at them all. Come on! So noisy. Like it, subscribe to it, comment below, and tell me what you want to see next time on Cool Stuff in Utah. See ya.